is enough said.
Happy Friday, Heat Nation! Your boy Ernest here, back with another Miami Heat Talk video. Would really appreciate if you guys can show some support. Smash that like button. Do not forget to subscribe. Now, together, celebrating Friday, let's rock and roll on another Miami Heat Talk adventure. I got a good one for you today, you guys. It's a little bit slow right now with the Miami Heat updates. There wasn't a game yesterday because of the whole Hurricane Milton situation. So the Miami Heat don't play again until Sunday against the New Orleans Pelicans. Little tidbit for you guys. Myself and my family will be at the Pelicans game this Sunday. So for anybody that's going to the preseason game, let me know. Hit me up on the comments. Hit me up on social media, you guys. Maybe we can meet up, have a little fun outside the stadium. But the video I want to talk about today, you guys, even though there's not really a lot to talk about, you have a little tidbits, a little news. One little update I want to give you guys. The Miami Heat did release Caleb Daniels yesterday. They brought on Warren Washington to the preseason roster. This is a guy in college who averaged about 9.5 points a game, 7.5 rebounds, 1.5 blocks a game, 7 feet tall, 225 pounds. Gives you another big body, another big presence. Most likely, he'll be in the G League with the Sioux Falls team. Be ready to call up whenever an injury may occur. So, nice big body to have. I don't mind it. Not really a big deal, to be honest with you guys. However, there was another report that came out yesterday. It wasn't a report. It was actually a podcast by Bradley Beal. And I'm sure a few of you guys know where I'm going with this. But Bradley Beal was on the podcast that came out yesterday talking about the Miami Heat. Talking about the whole situation in the offseason after the 2023 season. For those of you that don't remember, I know we were all on Damian Lillard watch, but we were actually on both Damian Lillard and Bradley Beal watch. And Bradley Beal really believed that the Miami Heat were going to trade for him. Bradley Beal and the Miami Heat, they flirted with each other for many years. There was always rumors that Bradley Beal may eventually go to the Miami Heat. And when the Miami Heat had the opportunity to pull the trigger, they didn't do it. So Bradley Beal ended up getting traded to the Phoenix Suns over there with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. And as we saw from last year, didn't really work. These super teams, big three teams, they don't really work in the NBA, especially with the new CBA, because you can't fill out a roster with that. So you didn't trade for Bradley Beal. And a lot of us, myself included, and a lot of you that support this channel, we all agreed. Why the hell would you trade for Bradley Beal? Because if you had to trade for Bradley Beal, you would have had to include Tyler Herro in that offer. And that's something I just wasn't willing to do. Now, I'm going to read a quote from what Bradley Beal said, and I'm going to read another quote for you guys to put this in a little perspective. Now, in the podcast, Bradley Beal stated, "I'm waiting on Miami to hit me a grounder. Milwaukee, those were kind of like my two." Beal said on his preferred trade destination at the time. Miami didn't want to do it for whatever reasons. I don't know why. I know why. Now look, I'm not going to knock Bradley Beal. Last year he played 53 games, 18.2 points a game, 43% from the three-point line, 51% from the field. He averaged 4.5 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal. However, look at his numbers the year prior with Washington. 23 points a game. Now I know 23 points a game down to 18. It's a 5-point difference. I know he went to Phoenix from Washington, was considered the number 3 instead of being the number 1 target in Washington. Bradley Beal is also 30 years old. Not getting any younger. Even though he's still in the prime of his career, I feel, you've been seeing his numbers diminish a little bit. Also, what you would have had to given up to get Bradley Beal, I don't think it would have been a good idea. I'm going to read you guys a quote from Zach Lowe. "They didn't really go for Bradley Beal. I think there was a vote of confidence in Tyler Herro. I think from what I heard, the Miami Heat looked at the situation and said, we don't think Bradley Beal, who's 7 years older than Tyler Herro, is $30 million better than Tyler Herro moving forward. We just don't think the upgrade is worth it. End quote. That's exactly why. Guys, few reasons. Tyler Herro would not have been the only thing you would have had to give up. You had to match those salaries with the new NBA collective bargaining agreement. So you most likely would have had to trade Tyler Herro, include Duncan Robinson, maybe attach a draft pick to get Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal kind of, I don't want to say hit a wall last year. I guess you can say that, but there was a point, especially in the playoffs, where he just didn't have it. I don't think Bradley Beal, who's making over $50 million this year, is better than Tyler Herro, who's making about $29 million. You bring Bradley Beal on this team, I think he gives you pretty much the same averages that Tyler Herro does. With this team, Bradley Beal will probably give you 17 to 18 points a game, the numbers that he averaged with Phoenix. Tyler Herro pretty much gives you those numbers, if not a little bit better. He's 7 years younger. I understand that Tyler Herro has this stigma, you guys. I understand the Miami Heat fans. Half of the Miami Heat fans are done with Tyler Herro. They want to trade him. I get all that, y'all. I understand that Tyler Herro has been frustrating over these last years with these injuries. But if there's one thing that we need to understand about professional sports, injuries happen. It's something that happens. Sometimes it happens to players more than others. Now, you can argue the fact that the reason why Tyler Herro gets injured is because he doesn't put a full commitment to his body. He's always been this scrawny little guy with the most thinnest chicken legs out there, and you can see with the knee injuries, the ankle injuries that he's suffered, his lower body just can't support it. Well, Tyler Herro gained 12 pounds of muscle this last offseason. He needs to translate that into the regular season. Now, I heard Tyler Herro talking media day that he's been working with his trainers, working with his cooks to get him to stay at this level during the season. Because when you're in the offseason, you gain all this muscle, that's great. But during the regular season, you are burning calories like crazy running up and down the floor. You are constantly playing basketball. You are constantly running. You are constantly burning calories. So that muscle mass that you gained can easily go away during the regular season. So if Tyler Herro can keep a commitment, keep his body in shape, keep the injuries from happening. I know that's not something you can control, but the fact that he's worked hard on his body this offseason tells me that he's ready to make that next step, ready to make that commitment. Guys, I feel that Tyler Herro a few years ago mentally wasn't right for this team. After the 2022 season, when Tyler won Sixth Man of the Year, I felt that Tyler changed. It was all about him. It was all about him making all-stars, all-star teams. It was all about him making all-NBA teams. It was all about him being put in the same level as Luka Doncic, John Morant, these certain players, these young players that are coming up. He's always talking about that he's in that same level. Well, in reality, putting himself in that mindset shot him in the foot. Now, I think you see a different Tyler Herro. A father, an older guy. Yeah, he's only 24, but he's getting older. He's seeing that in order for him to become a success in this league, you can't think about yourself. You need team success. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I think the Miami Heat made the right decision not trading for Bradley Beal and keeping Tyler Herro. Because the Miami Heat, you guys, I see what they're doing. They're trying to have their cake and eat it too, which is very difficult and likely impossible to do in the NBA. And what I mean when I say that is the Miami Heat are trying to contend for a championship this year, but they're also keeping flexibility on this roster to build for the future. Because you have Bam Adebayo, who's 27 years old, Tyler Herro, who's 24 years old. You have all these young players like Jaime Jaquez, Nikola Jovic. You just drafted Kel'el Ware. Pele Larson is showing that he has something. These are all guys that are under the age of 27 years old. Normally, what NBA teams do when they see that they're contending, when they see that they can actually win a championship, they will take a lot of those young pieces and try to trade them for a superstar. We've seen the Miami Heat try with guys like Damian Lillard, Kevin Durant, certain other players in the past. But at the end of the day, Miami Heat need to make a full decision during this regular season. Are they going to go all in and win a championship? Or are they going to try to continue to keep their young pieces and build for the future? I'm curious what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. Do you think the Heat should keep this team together? Or if there's a shot that you can go for a star, take some of these young pieces and trade it? What do you think about this Bradley Beal thing? Do you think he's just crying because he's unhappy in Phoenix? Or do you think the Miami Heat missed out on not trading for him? I'm curious what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like the video. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Guys, we are almost at 4,800 subscribers. Remember the challenge I have for y'all. Get me to 5,000 subscribers by the regular season, October 23rd, against the Orlando Magic. We do that, I'll do a live video doing a $50 giveaway. Also, I want to do a live video tomorrow, you guys, talking about the regular season moving forward. Let me know what time you guys would prefer that. Do you think it'd be something better to do in the morning or in the afternoon? I know I've done live videos during the early afternoon, early morning. Do you guys prefer that, or would you like it in the afternoon? Let me know that in the comments, you guys. Thank you so much for the continued support. And until next time, your boy Ernest out. That's enough said. Yeah, buddy. Let's go Heat.